Hello, this is the final exam for this term. This report is due on August 12th, is the deadline. The story is about Louis. Please answer all the questions. There are 7 questions posted on Google Classroom for this story. Please answer the questions as part of the essay within the text. Okay, here's the story. Louis is an undergrad university student studying biology. When he graduates, he wants to go to medical school and become a doctor. Getting accepted to medical school is based on 3 criteria. The first is university GPA. The second is medical work experience. And the third is a medical entrance test. Next year, Louis will have to study very hard to increase his GPA to enter medical school, and he will not be able to work at his part-time job at the restaurant. This summer, he was planning to gain some experience working in a hospital. He applied for a summer job as a medical attendant in a big inner-city hospital in January. He had an interview for the position in March, with the job to start May 1st. This Wednesday, he got an email from the hospital offering him the job. However, on Tuesday, he was surprised to get another offer for a summer job. Louis has always wanted to go to France. His grandparents emigrated from France, and he studied French in high school and university. He's not fluent, but he can speak French okay. But he's never had a chance to go to France because it's too expensive, and he's never had enough money. On Tuesday, after his French class, his French professor asked him if he wanted to go to Paris for the summer. His professor received a grant to do research in France and is taking her entire family there for the summer. Originally, her husband was going to go with her, but because of his job, he had to cancel. And now his professor needs someone to look after her 3 children while she's working. Louis could not decide which job to take, and today he asked his sister what to do. He must decide by Friday because he starts work on Monday. She suggested he make a list of the good and bad points of each job, and Louis took her advice. The best part about the job in France is Louis will live in Paris, France all summer long, and he will not have to take care of many of the expenses that come with traveling to a foreign country. His airplane ticket, his living accommodations, his food are all part of the job. His job would be to take care of the professor's 3 children, aged 6, 8, and 9 years old, until the professor comes home from work at 3. So he would cook them breakfast and lunch and do something with them in the day. And in the afternoon, he would be free. He could take a French class at the university, and he doesn't have to pay because of the connection to the professor. Or he could just explore Paris. Now, the bad parts about the job is the money. Since all the living expenses and traveling expenses are part of the job, the salary is not that great. And the job has nothing to do with what Louis studied in university. He also has never worked with children, and Louis does not know if he would enjoy spending 4 months working with 4 young children. The job in the hospital, on the other hand, is directly related to what Louis studied in university. Louis has learned a great deal of anatomy and physiology, but he's never actually worked in a hospital. In university, he did work. He worked as a waiter in a restaurant because it made good money. But people have told him there's no substitute for experience in a hospital as part of a medical school application. His job at the hospital would not be involved in treating patients. He would work as a medical attendant under this nursing staff. So he would clean rooms, deliver patients to different parts of the hospital for treatment, get supplies, help the nurses, whatever they want him to do, that's his job. The best part about the job is the pay. Louis would work 4 12-hour shifts a day. The first 8 hours of the shift would be paid at regular time, and the last 4 hours would be paid at overtime. And what this means is that 30% of his salary would be paid at an overtime rate of 1.5%, which is very good money. Unfortunately, Louis would have to find his own place to live because the hospital does not provide accommodation. He could live close to the hospital in the city center, but that's a little dangerous, although cheaper. Or he could live further away and commute to the hospital, but that's a little more expensive but safer. Whatever Louis decides, whether to go to Paris or work at the hospital, he has only until tomorrow to choose which summer job he's going to accept. The end. Please complete your essays by August 12th, and I look forward to reading them. If you have any problems about your grades, please contact me directly at my email, and we can straighten it out from there. Bye-bye.